everyone, happy Friday and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to kick off with my first video for this mini series of Valentine's stroke heart themed cards, and this first one is going to be more themed around dies and die cuts that you can use on your cards. So I'm just going to get started by showing you some of the dies. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to be doing the first card of this mini series of heart themed cards. So today's card is going to be more based around dies, and so I'll show you the dies I'll be using before I go any further. So the first die is going to be one from the set that I mentioned previously, and it's the intricate floral heart bag die set. And like I said before in another video, that I won't be using them as bags. I'll be using this main layer here, which is this beautiful intricate heart, and I have cut all the pieces out, which I'll show you in a second. For my mats and layers, I'll be using this stitch dot square layering die set, and I'll be using the largest two from this set. And then something that works really well with these squares is this tangled vine, and I absolutely love the design of this. And there is two pieces to this die set, and you can see the two pieces here. So you get an outer edge and this more the intricate vine design, and it cuts out like this, and I absolutely love it, and they cut really well. And for my sentiment for this card, I'll be using this die which says "Sent with Love." So I've already cut these out as well. For my papers, I'll be using two paper pads that I recently bought, and so this is the first one. So I've already cut out my layers, like I said. So from this pad I used this red paper here, and from this pad, so this is the Floral Fusion by First Edition, and this is Craft Sensations Light Textures, and from this one I've used this wood green, kind of like a greyish colour paper. And to coordinate with all that, I've used this Craft Perfect Oyster Grey by Tonic Studios, which is like a linen effect paper. So it's not a card, it is more of a heavyweight paper. So my card base I've cut out is 5 3/4 square, and this is on 250 GSM cardstock. So I'm going to go ahead and put my layers down first. So this is going to be my first layer, and you can see the stitch detailing on this. Looks really nice. And this is going to go on with, see, I can use either side, but I do want this more faint design. So I'll be putting that down with some double-sided tape, and I'm just going to keep this quite flat to the card because I want my sentiment and my embellishments at the end to be quite dimensional. So we can't have like a whole 2-inch thick card because it's going to be really hard to put in an envelope. And these are designed to go in a gusseted envelope, which you can buy from craft shops. I think Hobbycraft do gusseted envelopes, or you can make them if you've got a punch board. Okay, so I'm going to put this down in the middle with the stitch detail. So like I said, this card is more about using dies, which I think if you've got lots of dies, it is a good idea to kind of sometimes bust them out and see what works with what. In this case, I've used some older dies with new dies from Tonic, and they work really well together. So on top of that one, I'm going to have this textured oyster coloured card from Tonic Studios, and again this is going to be quite flat. So I'm just going to quickly put some tape down, and have that quite central, leaving me a grey border all the way around like that. And on top of that, I have got my die cut ready, and this cut out really well. And again, I've used the same paper that I've used here, and I've die cut it. So one thing I do want to do is lift this up a bit to give me a bit of a shadow behind it. Now because it's so intricate, I don't want to be faffing around with tiny foam pads all the way around. So what I'm going to do is, I've cut out my hearts. Now I've got a shadow layer and the intricate layer, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to layer them on top of each other so it almost looks like it's embossed, and I think it's a nice effect. I mean, I could have had a different coloured card behind it, but I just thought tone on tone, it actually looks really nice and elegant. So before I put the intricate bit and this bit together, I'm not going to stick this on. I'm going to be doing it the other way around. So when I put this on here, I'll have a base to put my double-sided foam, which can be my which can be laid on top of here. So let us get this stuck on here, and the easiest way I find is, well, it's going to be quite hard on this because it's such a busy paper. You just find the fatter areas where it's not been cut, like so. And you can, I mean, if you've got a Xyron as well, you can use one of those to put your die cuts through. It's just so much easier. I don't have one, but I have seen them being used. You just put your die cuts through and it makes them as stickers, and you can just stick them on. Might need to invest in one of those soon. And this then is going to sit on top of here. And I'm not too fussed that you can see some of the glue because it does dry clear. So I'm just going to go ahead. And this will be drying clear, so I'm not too worried about that. And that's how that looks. I think that looks like a really nice effect. Almost looks like it's been embossed, but I mean, we know it's been die cut. And it's another nice way of using your dies, tone on tone. So the next thing I'm going to do is stick this on here, and I will be using wet glue again. And because I want to protect my, I've got my glass mat, I've just got some scrap card which I'm just going to put behind here, just so that I don't get glue everywhere on my glass mat. And I'm going to just put that quite central. So I say just like that, and you've got some reference points if you want to be really precise on any design. So I know there's a central mark here and a central bit here, so I've done that. And then now I'm going to turn it around and put my double-sided foam onto the back of the red bit here. So I've got some foam squares, and I think I'm gonna double up on them because I want it quite high. So let's get them put on. Like that. And then I'm going to remove the backing of each one. And I hate taking the backing off these. It's such a tedious job, and it gets your nails quite mucky. Double-sided tape I'm not too fussed about because it's got the finger lift. I've got the finger lift tape, which is really easy to remove. It's these that I really hate. And then, like I said, I am going to double up. So let's get these. Come off. Okay, so I do want to create a bit of drama with the shadow. It looks quite nice, and that's why I'm going in with doubling up on my foam, which again I'm going to hate taking the backing off, but it should create the look I'm going for. So get these off. And if you can hear any noises in the background, I'm sorry, it's my builders hard at work while the weather's nice. I think we're heading for snow soon. which I am not looking forward to because I want to get all my work done on the house, and snow is definitely not going to help. I mean, the builders are really good. They work whilst it's really, I mean, they can work through it, you know, when it's really cold, but they don't come in if it rains, and definitely won't if it snows. So they can deal with icy conditions but not snowfall. So I'm going to put a bit of extra adhesive, because a lot of people ask me why I do this. The reason is, over time, foam pad, as it dries, it can lose its stickiness onto whatever it's stuck on, and it can drop off. So this will just give it some extra reinforcement. Okay, so now this is going to sit on top of that oyster coloured one, and you can see the shadow. That looks really, really good, and that's the kind of look I wanted to go for. And then my sentiment is Sent with Love, and I've cut it out twice in the oyster coloured card. So I'm just going to lay it there for a second because I want to see how I want to embellish. I've got myself a petaloo flower, and I think I want the flowers kind of going around here. And I've got some petaloo little roses that I've had for a long time, so I've just got them out, and I think I want my flowers around that area. So I'm just going to stick this on, and for this I'm going to again use some wet glue, and this is quite a thick, it's got some thick lines for gluing, which is quite handy. And I'm just going to blob on some glue and stick it down. And like I said, I have doubled up, so it gives me like almost like a chipboardy effect. And this is just going to be offset slightly here, like that. And for my embellishments, my flowers, I'll be using hot glue for some instant stickiness. I think that's straight. Okay. Another thing I want to do, because I don't have any nice beigey coloured leaves, I've got a strip of the card that I've used, that linen effect card, and what I want to do is make some leaves myself. So you've seen me do this before. I'm just going to move my card to the side, so I'm going to just cut out some leafy shapes. You don't have to be like an artist, just cut out some random leaf shapes, and they don't have to be perfect. So something like this, and I've already cut a few out. So all you're going to do is fold it in half and then give it a little scrunch in your fingers, so it gives it some texture like that. Okay, so I'm going to bring that to the front again, and I'm going to get a few more of the leaves that I've cut, and these are just going to go behind my flowers. So I'm going to put the big one down first with just a tiny blob of glue in the middle, so I can tuck a leaf behind. So let's put this one behind towards the bottom, maybe just there. Then I'm going to put this grey rose, which I have kind of gone over with a bit of white gesso just to lighten it up because it was a bit too dark. And then I'm going to do the same here. So let's see how I want them. Yeah, I think I'm going to have them like that. So put the short one on here, then this one, and then my other flower, and put that here. I mean, if you've got some leafy dies, that'd work quite well as well. Because the hot glue doesn't like dry instantly, you can move your flower around a bit, and that's how it's looking. Get this little stick down, and I think what I want to do. I think I probably want another little leaf here. So let me just cut another tiny one out with my scrap piece of this paper. So it's just a tiny one. This, I think I want it just here to give me some extra little dimension. This will just get tucked in here. And I think that should finish my card. Now I'm thinking, if I wanted, I could go in with a bit of gesso, but I want to keep it quite clean. I don't want to go in with like a mixed media effect on this. So this will finish off my card for today. I hope you enjoyed this first video using dies for a heart themed card, whether it's for Valentine's, whether it's for an anniversary or a wedding. You can switch out colours, obviously. This one, the red really stands out. You could tone it down and use cream or like a dark grey if you wanted like a tonal card. But I think it came out really adorable. So hope you give something like this a go, and I will see you on my next video for my second card for this mini series of heart themed cards. Thank you so much for watching. Check out all the information below, and I'll put a picture up on my blog as well. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.